I'm Libby and I love Pokemon. And this evening, Fourth is going to be playing some online trading card game Pokemon.
Hey, how's it going?
Because it's the tournament's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, the Players' Cup qualifiers start tomorrow.
And so I've brought Umbreon as moral support.
Oh, great, cool. So we were just chatting today, and I was saying that that's my mission today, is to get as many tokens together because the tournament starts tomorrow.
And I said, well, why don't we just go live and talk about it? And
you're quite a million miles away.
Oh,
from
sorry,
the mic,
sorry.
So
can you hear me now? Hello, everyone. Yeah, so I thought we'd just go live and share Fourth's tactics.
So the one of the main reasons I'm really excited about this deck, and the deck in question is Night March. No, it's not Night March. It's Mad Party.
Yeah, Mad Party. What you on about, me?
Well, it's kind of, it's like the new.
I see
Night
what you're
March.
saying. Yeah.
And it's based around. Well, it doesn't have to be based around, but for me, it's based around this guy, Komiya. Bunnelby, but by Komiya, who's my favourite artist.
It's very cool.
So I love the idea of being able to have a deck that's led by my favourite artist. So I was desperate to get this deck working. And I've had a few goes. I'll show you where I'm at. So let's go. Deck manager. So this is all my workings of it.
So this is how many attempts Fourth has had at creating this deck.
Yeah. Most recently I've been playing this one with the Crobat in it. This card. Make do. You can discard a card each turn and then draw.
That is very cool. We've got some chat going on. We've got Alan Jas 24. Hello, dude. I'm hunting for a Charizard V on the online trading card game. Cool.
Well, if I've got one, I'd happily trade it with you, because I don't use Charizard, and I'm not building a deck with Charizard anytime soon, so I'll happily have a look in a minute. Other notable guys, this guy, Duskull. Once during your turn you can discard 3 cards from your hand and search for a card that evolves from him. I don't actually have his evolution in there, I just have him in there to discard the cards.
Yeah, sure. Because it's all about the discard with this deck because of Mad Party.
The main move is this Mad Party move. It does 20 damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile that has the Mad Party attack.
Yeah.
So the idea is, how fast can you get all your cards that have got the Mad Party attack into your discard pile? So it's a lot about discarding as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
So you've got Bunnelby, who's got it, and that's the main reason that I love this deck. Then you've got this, by that Shibuza that we like.
Yeah, that's such a nice card.
It's also got it. Then you've got Poltegeist has got it.
So this video tonight, basically, we're going to be going in heavy on playing the online trading card game.
I'm just going to be trying to tweak this deck and and try and get it as ready as I can. So anybody else who's trying to build this deck as well might find this interesting. And I'm open to any suggestions that you've got. As I've said, I've tried a few different things to get it going. There's one more Pokemon that's got the move, and that's Mr. Rhyme. And again, I've opted to not have Mr. Mime in there.
Yeah.
And just have Mr. Rhyme in to discard.
That's nice.
But I've seen other versions of this deck that do have Mr. Mime in it as well. So yeah, that's probably the most playable version, but I recently tried taking Crobat out because he's worth 2 cards.
Sure.
So people were just swapping me out for Crobat, taking
and then
him out.
knocking him out, and then you were losing 2
and then the
prize
whole
cards.
strength of this deck is kind of gone if you're losing 2 prize cards. So I took him out and I've put Spiritomb in, who for 1 energy can search your deck for 4 Pokemon and discard them.
I like the way the hollows are on the computer game, the way it all shimmers.
Yeah, I particularly sought out the hollow of this.
Because of the way it moves.
Yeah, well, just I liked the hollow version of this. Sometimes I'm not fussy.
Yeah, sure.
Like even though he's my favourite one in the deck, I prefer him just straight up like that. I don't want the hollow of that. Okay, so I just have a go and we can just talk about it, and I'll show you it in action.
So who are you going to play? How do you earn these tickets then? What's the whole thing with this competition, Fourth?
Well,
Me and Umbreon.
Can I have a sip of that drink, please?
Yeah, sure.
Look, I'm a little confused about some aspects of it. So to try and make it a bit fairer this time, they've decided to do this thing where everyone who qualifies for the competition gets 50 tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they'll just click into my account tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Umbreon.
Umbreon wants to know. That's nice. I like the way that it is.
But what I don't know is if those 50 tickets are the only ones that qualify, or whether all the tickets that you've also saved up for yourself. And I'm so bad. As soon as I've got 8 tickets, I spend them. I'm in a competition. So.
Or is it that you have to have? Do you have to have 50 tickets to get 50 tickets? Is there any like little clause like that? Like.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
There were some qualifying conditions. You had to have a linked trainer account, and you had to have been online this month to qualify. But I've done both those things, and just these last few days I've been desperately trying to save up as many tickets as I can. And if you can see my reward ladder at the bottom here, I'm not that far off these 10 tickets here. Which, you know, I've only got 19, so 10, another 10 would be a big one.
How would more tickets help you in the competition? You could play more matches?
Yeah, so to enter a tournament costs you 8 tickets.
Okay.
So I haven't got that many chances, really.
Sure.
And I'm worried I'm going to be up against people who've got hundreds of tickets.
Yeah, and that have got really great decks.
Well, yeah. And I'm going to take them down.
With Mad Party. Here we go.
Right.
So who do you play now? Do you play a real person?
Yeah, I play a real person. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So let's go. I'm going to try the one that's got Crobat in it.
Okay.
I'm just... The problem with the Spiritomb one is he has to come out first or really early, and I have to put an energy on him to do his thing.
Well, first things first, what are you going to choose?
I always choose heads.
Always?
Always. With a real coin, I always used to choose tails because it was the more interesting side. But on a Pokemon coin, the head is always the more interesting side. So
yeah, that's the one you want.
That's the one I want. Okay, my opponent had no basic Pokemon, and I had nobody that I really wanted to start with. So, not my ideal start there. But this is the first evolution of that card that lets me discard every turn, so that's not so bad. I've got Aurora Energy again, because you have to discard a card to use it. So we're up against a fire deck.
Are you weak to fire?
I'm weak to fighting because they're all mainly normal types.
Okay.
But because I've got a few different types in there, I've got a few different weaknesses going on. Like Marshadow's weak to dark, you can see that.
Okay, so hopefully it will be okay then, a fair fight. Well, maybe.
When you play on Expanded, you get this little symbol that comes up that tells you who's got the advantage.
Okay.
I don't know quite how that's calculated, but what I've noticed is that in Standard, you never see that symbol. So the decks are clearly balanced. God, this guy's not in a hurry.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Do you ever get it where the person that you're playing is just like...
The opponent had no basic... Yes, I want to draw a card.
They're taking their time with their decisions, aren't they? That's what's happening.
Okay,
oh,
so
boom,
great.
look who they pulled out.
So that's a good thing. And then there's no... Well, I could search for an evolution. And then if I put the Aurora Energy on Bunnelby, I have to discard a card to use that. So that's my first Mad Party down there.
Okay, so that's 1.
1, which means that attack will now do 20 damage.
Okay. Because it's every Pokemon that's discarded.
Okay, so now I can evolve this guy.
Da, 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 da.
Giovanni lets me discard people from my bench, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be a vibe, so I'm going to discard him. Got another evolution incense, so I can use that to get another somebody with Mad Party, probably the Mr. Mime, because I don't use him. Mr. Rhyme, sorry. And then I'll use this ability. He's quit out.
He's quit out.
So I don't know how much I like that, right? Because that's not a test of the deck, is it?
No, you can't.
He saw the strategy and thought, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm not up for it.
Sometimes, though, it is quite annoying to play.
It's a long-winded deck,
Yeah.
so maybe they were feeling like, oh god, this is going to take forever.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, it's not a fast deck. It's a really overly tactic-heavy deck.
Yeah, tactic heavy.
But I like that about it. Would I like to go first? Well, I nearly said yes. I don't want to go first.
Not with this deck.
Not with this deck. Some decks, it's an advantage. Again, not my ideal start, but I'll put him out because I don't mind one Pokemon being taken out as long as he's got Mad Party and is adding 2. So we'll have Marshadow.
So who is your ideal starter then for this deck?
That's a good question. In the other version, it's definitely Spiritomb,
Okay.
because he can search the deck and discard 4 Pokemon. But he's hard to get out because I've only got very limited energy in this deck. So if I use it on him, I haven't got it then for somebody else, and that's made the games that go on a bit hard work actually having him.
Oh, now your opponent's got Jirachi. I really like Jirachi.
Yeah, a lot of people use it and then have a skateboard so that it can retreat even when it's asleep.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I can use Roxy to discard 2 cards as long as they're not GX or EX, and draw 3 cards for each one. We can start the Minccino Cinccino evolution.
Yeah.
I can quick ball another Mr. Rhyme. Oh, I say another one. I forgot this is a new game, isn't it?
No, so this is number 1.
So
again.
I might get my first Bunnelby out.
And you've got your Crobat there as well.
Got my Crobat, but he lets me draw cards until I've got 6 in my hand, so
It's better to keep him in your hand. Oh no, you can't do his ability until he's down though.
So yeah, I've just got to make sure that I get rid of as many cards as I can here before I drop him in, so that he has the most effect possible.
I see.
I might have even discarded a card that maybe I didn't want to discard there. So here's another good one here that I can get another evolution, and now I'll use Duskull's ability to discard 3 cards from my hand and search for an evolution of him, which I don't have, and I know I don't have, so it's not going to find it. It's going to say, oops, sorry, there were no cards.
But that gets you 3 more
yeah,
Pokemon
3 more.
in there.
No way to discard this guy even if I get him out, but what I'm going to do is get
That
Cinccino.
one. Yeah. Okay, so this is working quite well so far.
Yeah, and even though maybe I don't like having Crobat in there, he helps the draw support.
Yeah.
So what did I hit for then? 120?
Yeah, that was pretty powerful.
I can make it hit for 300 once everything's
Is there a
going
max? Could you like throw away all of your Pokemon and then
on. You could throw away all your Pokemon. The big risk with this is that
40 health points.
Yeah. And I tried having Cape of Toughness in there, which gave him an extra 50 health
I
points.
like the idea of the Cape of Toughness.
I like the idea of the Cape of Toughness, but the Cape of Toughness was 50 health points, which gave him a massive 90, which still gets taken out
so
by
look,
most.
now he's just been knocked out.
So, who am I going to go with? I'm going to get to discard a card and draw 2.
Well, you need to get a new Bunnelby back.
He's my only person who's got the attack.
But he's not got the energy. Oh, but have you got
So-
a triple energy there? Oh, but you need to have
Triple
one.
acceleration energy, but it only works on evolution Pokemon.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's only in there for Poltergeist, in my case.
Okay.
So I'm going to, as I don't have Poltergeist out at the minute, that's the card that I'm going to sacrifice.
Ooh,
Not
what's that?
ideal. That lets me search for a stadium card and a special energy if I discard 2 cards.
Ooh.
Not ideal. So
And you still got, is it Spiritomb you've got there? Is that an ability you could use right now?
I'm actually just going to give him the... I might discard that. I might just have to take one there, because...
Why did you do that?
Because I couldn't have got Dedenne ready to fight.
Yeah.
He can kill Dedenne this turn.
So you'll bring out... We hit himself.
He has to use his move.
Oh, I see.
He gets more powerful the more damage that's on him. So a Cape of Toughness is great for that Spiritomb.
Have you got a Spiritomb there as well?
That's Duskull.
Oh, sorry,
there.
Duskull.
I have got Spiritomb in another version. But now I can use Crobat's move because I gave him the Aurora energy. I'm just going to risk this one because these are strong energies, so they add damage as well. Great, there he is. And we got this guy.
So what's the other ability?
Which one? Sorry?
Oh no, it's gone. I haven't got the option of it anymore.
And now I can poison him, which is enough to take him out. And this, he has got a much higher health point, so you know he's in there and he can take a hit.
Yeah.
But what I don't like about him is when you're playing a very strong deck. This deck, it doesn't seem like they've quite nailed this deck. But I have seen an amazing dark deck with Jinx that in a couple of games we're bound to see it. There's an amazing deck with... Who is it? I think it's got Eternity's VMAX actually. It's huge. And that deck, they'll just swap me out for my Crobat and then just take him out in one hit. And then the whole strength of this deck is that they can come out and hit you for 240, but it didn't matter because you're only getting one prize card and you only have 40 health points anyway, so it was total overkill and a waste of all their energy.
Did that bring you pleasure?
It's quite a nice deck. I really like decks like this. I tried to build a Night March deck in real cards.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like the comeback of Night March because that had the same vibe.
Where you discarded the Pokemon to get the attacking hit points.
Yeah, so who do I want to swap him out for? Probably...
Bunnelby, is that a double energy?
Probably nobody, so I'm going to sacrifice to swap him out because I really don't want to let go of my strong energies just yet.
Oh, I see.
Search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon. That's absolutely no use to me.
It's that scoop up net. You could take somebody out to put somebody back in again.
Start getting him ready.
Yeah, you should do.
And then I've still got quite a lot of cards left. 17 for this deck. That's quite a lot. So I use the Stadium card. I've seen another Stadium card that I might swap out called Rose Tower that I can't remember the effect of.
Do you deck out quite a lot with this deck then? Because you've
got to be very careful not to. Yeah, you've got to be very careful not to. See if I can pull another one. Yes, I can. I'll have that one. So now I can evolve Sinistea into Poltergeist. Poltergeist has got an ability. Once during your turn, you can discard somebody who's got Mad Party and draw 2 cards.
Yeah, but you've only got 14 cards left, and your opponent's got, what, 37 cards left in their deck?
Yeah, so I've got to go careful, and he's only got 60 health points anyway, so I'm not even going to need to use it here. I might just try and take a energy off one of his bench. This guy. Discard a Stadium card, so he's kind of useless now. I might just do that actually, because that was my Stadium card. He doesn't seem like he's relying on Stadium cards, and that creates another space for him.
That's clever.
And then I'll take out his Spiritomb.
I like the strategy a lot. It's a lot to remember though.
Particularly at the minute when I keep changing my versions. I was like, oh, I'll play the other version now. It's like, oh
hang
right,
on, no,
who haven't I got?
Work.
What isn't there? Not balancing.
So yeah, if you've just joined us, Fourth is playing Pokemon online on the online trading card game app. which is something that I talk about a lot in my videos as one of the best ways to learn how to play the Pokemon card game. So Fourth is just in the middle of a battle. He is earning points for, well, he's getting some practice in for...
I'm just trying to get this Mad Party deck.
Yeah, but you're getting your practice in for the upcoming...
I'm trying to go in for the Players' Cup, and I've got no idea how it works. I've got no idea whether my puny 19 tickets will be just laughed at the door, and there'll be people with hundreds, and I've got no chance, I've got no idea.
Well, if you don't try, you don't know, do you? So
if you don't try, you don't know. And the main thing is, I'm just loving building this deck because it's got Komiya's Bunnelby in it. And also the Shibuya Dedenne, that's cool, isn't it?
It is a really lovely card.
And did you notice that my Minchino was Sao?
Was it Sao? I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was just like, is that my Sao? So you just need a Baba in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there was such a cool... There's a Komiya Spiritomb. Unfortunately, it's not the Spiritomb that I need.
Doesn't have the move.
Okay, so what we're saying here, I could quick ball that away to get that. So I can use Roxy to draw 3 cards or Milo to draw 2.
But why? You don't need them right now.
I need to put energy
12.
on people.
Okay. It's like with there should be like a little sound that lets you know that you're getting to like the
Roxy
last 10.
To draw 3. So I've got triple acceleration energy, so that means I've essentially got that guy ready if needs be.
Okay.
This is enough to take Jinx out. Oh, is it not? What? 80? I didn't spot that. Oh, but with the poison it will be.
Yeah. It's fine.
Ooh. That's me getting complacent.
And look, there's your double energy.
So it's not double energy, that's not allowed anymore.
Sorry, twin energy.
Yeah, it's only double energy for non-Vs or Gs.
I see.
Which is kind of cool. It's like, help
Would
the
that
little
then
guy.
apply for the V and VMAXs then?
Yeah, so when they say V, they mean V and VMAX. So, I can bring Bunnelby out.
Oh, can you go on their Pokemon? I want to see that card. Beedrill. Wow, I like the holo on that. That's cool.
I think I go Bunnelby because I've got the double energy for him. I don't want to be discarding any more Pokemon now. I've got a boss's orders if there's somebody I'd rather take out, but there isn't because he's got 2 energies on this guy.
Yeah, you've only got 2 more cards to get.
I'm hitting for 240 now.
Yeah, that's it. He won't, next person with Bunnelby, you'll just be able to, unless they manage to somehow knock you out.
The card that kills me every time, guaranteed, is Marnie. That makes me put all of my cards on the bottom of my deck, not shuffle them into my deck, put them on the bottom of your deck as far away as possible, and then draw 4 cards. Ah, it's a killer.
Yeah.
So he's hoping now that I don't have the energy for... Oh, but he knows I've got Crobat here, totally unharmed. See, this doesn't happen to me very often. I don't think this guy's nailed this deck yet. Because...
Ooh, well, he's swapping and swapping.
Yeah, I've seen that. People are clever with Jirachi. They get to use him twice in a turn by scooping him up and then putting him down again.
Oh, that is very clever. I like that move. Oh, and they've quit anyway. Oh, they were so close.
They were seeing it. They were seeing it.
They were so close. So that's a good deck then, Fourth.
So, yeah. So that's probably been the most consistent version of that deck so far. I'll just show you the other version. So this version, I took Crobat out. I was thinking, I don't want that cost of 2 It just doesn't. It didn't seem worth it. It was happening too often.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Let's have a look at the chat.
got any spare codes?
Oh, it says Alan Jazz 24.
Got this one. I don't know if that one's been used yet.
Is that close enough?
Hope so. Let me know if you got that. Your opponent had no basic Pokemon.
Mulligans.
So I like this. What I like to see is opportunity to discard straight away.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go and get a refill on the drink.
Yeah, that'd be great,
I'll be back.
please.
I'll leave Umbrian.
Would you make a cup of tea?
Yeah, I can make tea. I'm going to very carefully go this way. See you in a bit, guys.
So the idea with this deck is that this guy comes out as soon as possible, because he's got a move that lets you search your deck and discard 4 Pokemon. So here, see, now I'm thinking, oh god, if only I had Crobat V. But in this deck, it's more about making sure you get Poltergeist and or Minccino out as early as you can. So I'll discard the Milo for the Sinistea, because next turn then I'll use the Professor's Research and discard 7. Kind of far, was it? Sorry. Try better. Okay, done. So the one bad thing there was I didn't manage to get any energy on, which isn't always a problem because I've got plenty of. I've got the triple acceleration energy, and I've got the twin energy, so theoretically as long as they come up then I'm all good. But what happens sometimes is I get one of my strong energies or the Aurora energy at the time when I don't really want to be discarding, and then that can cause a bit of a nightmare. Looks like this is all good though. Nobody coming at me too hard just yet. Porygon, I've seen this deck, I forget the mechanic though, I forget what he's up to. He's scooping somebody up. But he got no energy. Okay, I don't want to discard, I don't like to discard the Bunnelbees because I like to keep those as my attackers. So now I can evolve Poltergeist, this is looking good. I can discard one of these guys. I can search for the evolution of Chinchino. Which will let me discard another card and draw 2. So another Mr. Rhyme's gone. I could just absolutely go to town here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to load up a Bunnelby, switch out. Nobody I need right now, so let's take out his Porygon. Oh, that code's gone, is it? Hang on, I might have another one here somewhere. Try that one. Whoop, that one. I might have some more. I didn't come prepared with codes. This was a total impromptu. I was doing this anyway, And Libby was like, why don't we just do it live? Like, yeah, okay, cool, why not? Any excuse to hang out and talk some more Pokemon and, you know. I was kind of hoping that somebody might have some tips or suggestions of cards that I could swap out, or a mechanic that I hadn't thought about. Oh, right. Wow, maybe it's really making that cup of tea upstairs. Okay, so who am I going to lead with? I haven't got the energy to hit with anybody. He's already damaged this guy, so I might as well put him out. Got the double energy, so I use T-Break on this guy. Draw 2 more. I use Make Do and draw 2 more. See if we get the Celestine. No, another Poltegeist. So, without the Sinistee, it doesn't make too much sense to bring out the Poltegeist. Sorry. Without the Sinistee, it makes more sense to go with the Bunnelby. Evolution Incense, no use right now. So I'll just take out his Zigzag. 120 now. So yeah, it's the Players' Cup qualifiers start tomorrow, and it's a month. I think the window's a month, and as many tournaments that you can win in that window. The people who win the most will qualify then for the regionals or something like that. I've never done it before, so it's totally new to me. So, I've got Professor's Research, but I don't really want to discard everything here. I can be a bit more selective about what I discard by doing it this way. So, another win, but another
quick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's a good sign in a way, because it tells you that
it is a good sign, but
it doesn't let you test the...
Yeah, and what I've found is a lot of people are quitting out on me when actually I couldn't have won. They quit out on me and I've got no energy left, but they didn't know that. Or they quit out on me and I can see all I'm going to do is keep going until I deck out, but they haven't spotted that. So yeah, so it's not a good test of that. See, that worked that time, it was great, but Spiritomb didn't come out, didn't use him. But it was still good, it worked. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just take one Spiritomb out and put the Crow back in, so he's got a chance of coming out.
Is it worth spending some of your tickets on the tournament?
To practice?
Yeah.
If I knew that the 50 tickets that you were going to get, and this is how I think it should be, that's all you get. It's those 50 tickets, and they're the only 50 tickets that count. Not if you've been saving up for a whole year and you've got hundreds and hundreds, you just get to enter. That's not a fair way to enter. And if it is like that...
But my thinking is that people won't quit out on you in the tournament.
No, they won't. Not in the same way.
Formidable opponents, so it's more of a real test.
If it is like that, I'm going to start saving now for next year's tournament. Right, so I'm just going to take one Spiritomb out and put one Crobat V in. Let's see how that does. Because there was a moment there I was like, oh, if only I had Crobat V. Typical. Yeah. So yeah, I got loads of Spiritomb there, but just not the opportunity to actually use him. And actually, there's so many ways to discard cards in this deck. He's almost superfluous. Oh, we've got a friendly person saying hello. Hello. I find myself limited by the frustrated by the limited chat options. I get it, but
What do you mean on the game?
yeah, you've only got hello. You have a good deck. Whoa, that was close.
Yeah.
I find myself using them sarcastically more often than genuinely. Like when somebody's taking ages on the coin flap, I go hello.
Oh no, you're not one of those, are you?
A little bit.
Take it easy.
Ah.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, and the classic one is when when somebody's absolutely battering you and they keep going, whoa, that was close. Really sucky. Cherish Ball, here we go. So we're after. Ooh, they've got Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. If you haven't come across this card, it's a beast. If they use the GX move early on, which is exactly what they will do, it says for the rest of the game, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent. If it had an extra water energy attached to it, you also get to take an extra prize card every time you knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon. So then they turn my little 40 health points into 2 prize cards for that. I've got to get him out as quick as I can. So, who's it going to be? We'll do the Aurora Energy onto him. It's going to have to be... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I had to discard a card for my Aurora Energy. I forgot. And so I was trying to use Professor's Research.
But you had to
And I discarded it for my Aurora Energy. Oh no! Oh, that was awful. Okay, right. Don't do that again. Right, Spiritomb. Oh no, it's made me all clunky now. I've got nothing I can do. Ah, it's one wrong move in this deck, and
See, maybe that's the problem, you haven't got
it's
to
so
get rid
vulnerable. I had the Dene GX in there, the one that comes in the trainer box. It's a cool card. Discard your hand and draw 6. So I thought maybe. But too often I'm having to discard the other cards that make this deck work. I'm having to discard Professor's Research and Milo and Roxy, and actually they're incredibly valuable to getting this deck to move. He's done it. He's done the GX move. So now all of his attacks are more powerful, and let's have Crobat. And he gets an extra prize card for each one he takes out, which is just, you know, against me, that is. Would I like to draw? Yes, I would. Giovanni's Exile, so I might actually be tempted by that here in this. No. I'm gonna get battered here. Swap him out. He's been clever. He's got people that have got very low retreat costs, so swapping him out isn't so much of an option. I can't get them onto the bench to use. Oh, he is. Oh, he's got me here.
a bit of a fix.
Yeah. I'm tempted to concede. I think he's had me here.
You're not going to let him have the victory. You're just going to go for the...
Well, for exactly the same reason as I was just saying. You never know what they're seeing. They might be thinking, oh my god, if he just takes that guy out,
Yeah.
So
But you're obviously very like-minded people. You've got the same deck sleeves. You're both wearing hat and glasses in your pictures.
it's quite limited, the character creator.
Yeah, I know. I quite often have my avatar as a guy. I like people to kind of not know who they're playing sometimes. Because I always feel like when I face a girl opponent, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get you. Like, really easy.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. It's just that, like, horrible thing that happens to me when I'm playing games. For some reason, it's the idea that a girl opponent is going to be a weaker opponent than a male opponent. It's really bad that I've been socially conditioned that way.
Yeah.
But it's what happens in my brain.
So somebody's talking in the chat. Nevermore says that they tried this Spiritomb too. Only problem is you have to attack with it. Yes, and I'm definitely finding that too. It's I've got a few different versions of this deck on the go at the minute, and I was just bringing this one out to kind of show the different but that is exactly the problem I'm finding with it. And actually I so often don't even use it. He sits there on the bench and I'm totally done here. Who am I going to swap him out for? I can't even hit him. I've just got nothing. One wrong move in this deck and it's all over.
Come on, that's not the fighting spirit that you need. Don't let your Pokemon down, come on.
It was too mad of a party. We got wrecked. We got absolutely wrecked. Look what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing.
Yep.
Singing on my way home. Yeah.
So
And he's taken 2 prize cards because he's got that brilliant Dialga. Whoa, and it pumps energy around.
That's a sweet deck.
It's lethal, that thing. I'm just going to put him out there. I just want this over. Kill me now. Oh, do you know what? It's done. It's done. I'm going to go and get the other one.
When it's done, it's done.
Yeah, so I've got a few different versions of this deck on the go at the minute, and this version doesn't have... Oh, I can't show you it from here. I'll just show you it
in the game.
This one doesn't have Spiritomb in there because he just wasn't coming out, and I've got very little energy in this deck, so I was finding I was having to spend an energy I didn't want to on him, and then it took an attack. A couple of times he worked, and he just let me just,
There's another chat there.
It's super late game, or got to stall hard, and you can only attack with Poltergeist and Rabbit, sadly. Yeah, that's the... I don't even have Mr. Rhymes. Sorry, would I like to go second though? I don't even have Mr. Mime. I just have Mr. Rhyme to discard. And then Dedenne I only fight with if I absolutely have to, but pretty much I don't. Do you know what though? I love that Bunnelby is the main Pokemon. I love that because Komiya is my favourite artist, and he drew it, and I love that I've got to build a deck that is led by him, because all my other decks have gone out the window since I saw this deck. Scared off by the mad party.
Maybe it was the guy you faced earlier.
No, he's just really straight, and he's like, what, a mad party? No, I'm not up for that. So the objective here is these 10 tickets. Maybe you know Nevermore, so I'm trying to get ready for the Players' Cup that starts tomorrow. The qualifiers start tomorrow, and I want to play Mad Party in it. So that's the objective here, is to be tweaking the deck ready for that tomorrow. And they're giving out 50 tickets to everyone who qualifies, right? So do you know, is it just those 50 tickets that count, or is it all the tickets that you've saved as well? Because if that's the case, then I'm on a desperate hunt to get as many tickets as I can. Do you know? I don't know.
I do not know either. Sorry.
I've never done it before, so I've got no idea.
Umbrian, do you know? No, Umbreon doesn't though, sorry.
So this isn't too bad. He's going to go first, put an energy on. Oh, this is a hard deck to fight though. Played this guy before.
Stunfisk V.
During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, put 12 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Oh, that's why it's so hard.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they'll just leave him up front, and they'll just constantly heal him. It'll be full of Pokemon Center Lady and
So
potions.
what's going to be your approach then, if you know what's coming?
Well, the approach is always the same. It's how
Because the
fast
deck
can
is
I
built
get
that way.
Mad Party into the discard pile, as many of them as possible, and as Nevermore said, if you can hit late, that's better.
Yeah, sure.
So, you know, in some ways maybe I should have sacrificed him up there instead of...
To keep your... yeah.
But I didn't, so I'm going to try and discard his energy. I'm going to draw 3 cards with that one.
You could switch him out now.
I could switch just to use the move, but I won't. I'll just draw Aurora Energy, that one I think. And then use the Crobat.
Interesting. Should you have switched then to the other Bunnelby? How many energies does Aurora Energy give you? Is it
Only
just
one.
one?
Only
Okay,
one.
so you still would have been one shy. Would it not then have been a better idea to have used Twin Energy on your fighting Bunnelby so that you could have...
I don't think I had it at the time, did
Yeah,
I?
you did.
So...
But you knew that was going to happen. Okay.
Arguably, I should have put the Aurora Energy on Crobat though. Oh, definitely should have done that. Okay, so Sonia. Put 2 in my hand. So I'll take these guys. Duskull, and then we can discard 3. Giovanni's Exile, so that's in there in the odd time that I get a player that I'm forced to put out that I didn't want to, like Dedenne.
Sorry, there are no valid cards to... Oh, yeah, sure. we
It
know
never
that.
is, yeah. It's kind of pointless. Because if I hit him, it hits me. And he's probably got loads of... He's probably got loads of health.
Sure. 200 health, but you just hit him for 100, so that was pretty...
Oh, well, he can't use Pokemon Center Lady now. Sorry, Nevermore's replied. Tried any builds with Duskull? Yeah, I've got Duskull going on there. There he is. I think it goes by the tickets they gave you for it. There's like a special event tournament for the qualifiers or something. Yeah, so I was on the website and it said if you linked your account... Oh, look, what am I going to do here actually?
I don't know.
Not a whole lot is the answer.
Yeah.
Get hit.
Can you take it?
If he only hits me for another 60, yes. If there's any... So that's only after he's hit me that move applies. So I've got to be more careful about that. He's a really hard Pokemon to play against. Yeah, so the website was saying that as long as you had linked your Pokemon Trainers Club account and have been online in this month, that you would qualify for the 50 tickets.
Okay, so that makes
So I'm kind of hoping that, yeah, that they just click into my account or something. I hope so. Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Not getting the cards you need. How much health have you got left?
60.
So you need to get him out of there. Otherwise that's 2 cards. but then...
Oh!
Oh dear.
Not working. Yeah, so I've tried the Dene in here, who discards your hand and then draws 6. But I was finding he was throwing all my supporters away that I wanted, so I took him back out. I tried the Dene and Crobat in there at the same time, but my main problem with both of those is that they cost 2 prize cards, and I think if you're fighting with a small health deck like this, the whole benefit is that they only get to take 1 prize card unless they've got Dialga and Palkia. Do you know what? I should have put the strong energy on him, because now I'll be able to go and get an Aurora energy, and then I would have been able to hit him.
Yeah.
But because I chose not to put any energy on him, I've got nothing, and I've got no Pokemon.
Yeah, and he's going to get you. This is it.
Over.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm desperately seeking from this deck, is more consistency.
Yeah.
Because you get a game like that where...
I always like to have a couple of different avenues that I could play. So like I've got a Vespiquen deck that if your bench is full, you only need 1 energy to hit for 120. And that, mega, it's brilliant. Really powerful Pokemon. But if I can't get that one sorted out, then I've got Rillaboom that I obviously have to get to stage 2 evolution, but then I've got the ability to... I've got Morlull with Shinnetic's ability to find a Pokemon, so then I evolve to Rillaboom quite quickly, and then I've got the Rillaboom with the ability to attach 2 energy, so he's quite quick to evolve and then power up. I love that deck so much.
Yeah,
it's my favourite.
It's all grass though. That's the weakness, isn't it?
Yeah, but only to, what is it, fire?
Yeah,
so
I also like
deck.
a deck where you've got multiple options. The Snaorlax deck that I was playing expanded. I was playing it with the Snaorlax VMAX with Skyfield, which is a very fun deck to play. Yeah, I had it. They're all normal types, so they're weak to fighting. So then I had them coupled in there with some psychic Pokemon who've got a resistance. Would I like to get first? No. I don't like to get first with this deck because I've got a lot of supporters. So I like the opportunity to use them. Like there, look, I've got 1 item, but I've got 2 supporters. This is an interesting one, Cynthia and Caitlin. It's another one where I quite often, like I might use this on my first turn here, and it's put a card from your discard pile into your hand. There isn't one. I can't choose Cynthia and Caitlin, or a card I've discarded with the effect of this card. But when I play this card, I can discard another card and draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
So I'll use it even if there's nothing down there, just to discard a card and draw 3. It's like Hop, but I also get to discard a card as well.
Yeah.
Hop with a bonus discard.
That's cool.
And this guy lets me discard stadium cards, and then my other stadium card discards stadium cards. So that's just again to try and peg them back a bit if they've got a deck that's relying on.
Yeah. Also, what have you got here? It's a Charizard deck, so it might have, what's that stadium? Burning Hearth, is it? Hearth?
Yeah. Yeah, it almost definitely will have. And look at this. This is the other card that you're seeing.
Zacian V. What's its ability?
It's in almost every deck for its ability. Once during your turn, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of Steel Energy cards you find there to this Pokemon. Put the other cards into your hand.
That's very
so
clever.
People use it even, like this is in a Steel deck, but I've seen it in all sorts of decks, just to draw cards.
Sure. Well, the reason I thought it was a Charizard was because of the deck box that they've got over there.
If you use it though, your turn ends. That's the drawback of it. If you use its ability to draw cards. What did you just say, sorry?
The reason I thought that you were facing a Charizard deck was because of the deck box that they've got.
Right, yeah, sure. Yeah, people quite often do that too.
Confuse
you
you.
off.
Yeah. Well, you got me.
Oh no, 250 health points Stunfisk. Oh, that was a while ago, sorry. Zacian metal decks are a problem in general, yeah. And is that Dialga and Palkia down there again? Oh no, it's not, it's Lucario and Melmetal. Okay. Right, I'm not paying attention here, so I am going to use this card, so it's going to make me discard a card to use it, and then there aren't any cards in there, but I get to draw 3 cards for that. Start the Chinchino evolution. Ooh, do I discard the Mad Party or do... No, I won't, because there's a chance I'll get that. So I'll have the next Bunnelby. I don't want anything that's going to come into my hand because I'm about to use Crobat, so I want to use that down there and then use... Ooh, I always try and play Crobat because I'm thinking, oh yeah, he's going to let me draw 6 cards, so I try and play him out there.
Like in trainer, yeah, like a trainer card.
So no option to scoop up or anything. So, but he's got Zacian out, so I think I'm safe for a turn. I might just put that on there, and we're good. So now I'm thinking I'm going to evolve Sinistea to Poltergeist and Chinchino from Minchino, and then out of the drawing 2 cards of one of those, hopefully I'll get something else to get rid of the Mr. Rhyme as well.
Another energy.
I've got Boss's orders, so I can swap him out when I'm ready. Zacian Metal Dex, yeah, I just read that one, yeah. The Lucario, no, not Lucario, that's because I've just seen it. The Dialga, Palkia, and
yeah.
whoever the other guy is. That is just,
Arceus, is it?
Yeah, that's right. And the other decks that I'm struggling against are your classics like Pikachu, Zekrom. If they manage to get that powered up, that's an amazing deck.
It is an amazing deck.
The new Eternatus VMAX, yeah, he's killing it. He has swapped out, so is this the end of me? Yeah,
maybe
it hits for 50.
Oh.
So I'll send the next Bunnelby out.
And swap him out. Somebody else. That's what I would do.
260, 220, so it's probably him I want. So let's do these evolutions. And then I'll use Quick Ball to get Dene. And then I'll use T-Break to discard the Dene and draw 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Some double energy.
Yeah, put it on Bunnelby.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that, yeah, and then I'm going to discard Giovanni's Exile, because that discards cards from my bench.
Yeah, okay. It's Boss's orders that you're going to need to use to swap him out.
Another evolution, if I was going to use the Aurora energy, but in this situation I need to use this guy.
Yeah.
Boss's orders for this guy. And
Do it. 80.
So it's too early to be hitting, really.
No,
that's the
but
problem.
still, it helps.
Yeah, it all helps.
It all helps.
It all helps.
Every little bit of damage helps.
And he's got a retreat cost of 2, as I remember, yeah. So he's not the easiest person to get back unless he's got
switches.
Yeah, or air balloon or something. Or a switch.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
Oh, bye, Bunnelby.
Right, I am going to leave you, I think, with 4th.
Okay, cool.
And go and get on some other missions that I have to do.
That's totally fine. I'm just going to hang out here and play for a bit.
Cool. Enjoy, everyone. Oh, I love Pokemon so much.
My objective tonight is to get those 10 tickets. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So come back and see me in a bit. I'll be here for a while, I think.
Okay, cool. All right. Have fun, everyone.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. So I know I can use Poltergeist and Chinchino to get more. I've just got the triple acceleration energy, so that's a massive, massive plus. So now I can use T-Break to draw 2 more. Try and get somebody else. Another Mr. Rhyme, absolutely perfect. To then use Make Do and draw 2 more. I can't use the Aurora energy this time. I could swap him out. Let's try and swap him out. Got him. Yes. Now we triple acceleration energy here. And is this enough? Oh, it's enough! Get out of there! Oh, that felt good. Another triple acceleration energy, but I haven't got another Poltegeist on the way. Slight problem there. Marnie, well, in this situation maybe not quite so bad, because I didn't want those cards anyway, but so often Marnie just kills this deck. Right, so now who am I putting out there? I'll put... this could work. If I get a Stadium card out there, then I might be able to get rid of him. So, we'll bring the Bunnelby up because I want him. We'll play Roxy. Let go of both of these. Didn't get the Stadium card, that's a slight shame. Got another opportunity to discard and draw 2 though, so this could be it. Go on, Stadium card, go on! Okay, Evolution Incense, no. No way to switch him at the minute, that's a bit of a shame. I might not even put the energy on him just yet. So yeah, I'm loving the deck though. I love decks that require some real thought, and I love that you can step up with a 40 health points Bunnelby and even stand a chance against a 260 health point tag team. It's so cool. He couldn't have timed that better if he tried. Premium toys. I'm coming for you. Okay, so we've still got the chance to get rid of him if we manage to get the Stadium card out. So, any point in discarding one of your health? Well, yeah, might as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's get somebody like this. And then get this. Now I'll use Milo, I think. Just looking at Sonya, I tried to play Sonya in the last game, and I think actually I was thinking Sonya was Milo. I think I'd rather have another Milo than Sonya. Search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon. Let's put them in my hand, isn't it? So maybe it lets me just... hard to know that. Right, don't want those. Still no Stadium card. I've got the Scoop Up. Okay, so that's another way to get back. And I've got the Switch, obviously. So I can go and get... Don't need special energy, that's mainly what that's for. Get the Bunnelby, here we go. fact, you might as well just go. Ready? Too late. It's gone. Oh, it's down to 7 cards. This is getting close now. It's getting real close. Oh, what am I doing? Mint Twin Energy. Don't know if it's going to be enough though. Oh, it is! Get out of there! Get out of there! Oh, it feels so good when it works. Oh, there's the stadium card. The thing is, right, so a lot of people might have quit out on me there, but actually, what am I going to do now? How am I going to hit him now? What's he hit for? He can't use that attack next turn, can he? He can't use that attack next turn, so that might actually screw him here. If I could scoop him up, oh, that would be so good. So I put him on there. As long as he can't get Chinchino. Choose a card to discard. The stadium card, don't need that anymore. I really need a scoop up. I was owed one of those. There's only 4 cards left, so I can't do anything more. Be too much of a risk. I just hope he can't get Chinchino. Because then what? What's he going to do? He can get me next turn. But hopefully I'll have Bunnelby by then. And he's only got a retreat cost of 1. This is tight. This is 4 cards left in my deck as well. Salamance V. Doesn't he just stop damage from... Oh, maybe it's from all V cards actually. Oh, is that who he was putting back? He doesn't want. And he's going for an Intrepid Sword. Whoa. Have I got nobody left to fight? All 4 of those. All 4 of those. There's one. So my only hope is Sinistee, actually. Cling it on. Oh, but he can use it this time. Oh, that's it. I really, really want this deck to work. In Expanded, you can get it going a lot quicker because you've got things like Ultra Ball, Battle Compressor. What else? Mysterious Treasure. That's a good one because you can search for Dedenne with it. I'm sure there are others, but in Standard I'm finding it so hard to make this deck consistent, and it's the later part of the game where this deck is like, it's at its best, but it's also at its most vulnerable. I'm not enjoying going first because I'm supporter heavy, although I didn't get any then. Also didn't get an ideal starter. Choose Pokemon to go on my bench. So yeah, I've kind of hijacked Libby's channel here because Libby normally does Pokemon card openings, and it's not normally like this at all. It's more a scene more normally a bit like that, although it's not particularly set up tonight, and we do Pokemon card openings. But we were just hanging out tonight, and I was saying that I wanted to get this Komiya deck ready. I call it the Komiya deck. Most people wouldn't even know what I meant when I say that. Like, what do you mean the Komiya deck? But it's because the lead guy, the Bunnelby, he was drawn by Komiya. And I love that. I love it for that. Okay. Evolution Incense. So we're going to need Poltergeist as quick as we can right here, because we haven't got Bunnelby. I can get rid of his energy. He's got the Mewtwo GX, so anybody unfamiliar with this deck, I'm going to go for the extra power. He'll be trying to discard as many Pokemon as he can into his discard pile, and then he'll be using his ability. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any Pokemon GX or EX on your bench or in your discard pile. You still need the necessary energy to use the attack. So he will just be loading it up with the energy to do the attacks of the Pokemon that are down here. So where's all that energy come from? Welder. Guy. You gotta hate Welder. Okay, so we got a good start. That's cool now. We can get back in it from here. It all depends what these two cards are that I draw from Poltergeist's move now. Come on, what are you doing? Choosing your time card, prize card. There it is. Oh, he's searching his deck for something. Ah, it was Charizard, wasn't it? Okay, so we can evolve here. Then we can quick ball. Oh, it's got to be Chinchino. So that's, I've only got one Chinchino, so that's that mechanic gone from this round. And then I'll do the Dene, because then I can use T-Break to discard the Dene and draw two. Great Ball, come on Crobat. No Crobat. So we'll take the next Bunnelby. At least I've got the energy for him. Oh, that's his weakness. Oh, that's my one strength there. So for anybody that's just joining up, I've just hijacked Libby's channel because we were hanging out talking about the Players' Cup qualifiers starting tomorrow, and I was saying I was trying to get this deck ready, the Mad Party deck, and she was like, well, why don't we just do it live on my channel? So that's what we did. Any excuse to come and hang out and talk some Pokemon. So anybody who's trying to get this deck up and running, would love to chat to you in the chat. Would love to talk to you about how you're making it work, anything I might not have tried. If you're seeing anything that I've got in there that you're like, that was a good idea, I hadn't thought of that, love to talk to you about that too. Yeah, I'm just trying to get ready for when I hopefully get the 50 tickets that they're handing out to all qualifying players tomorrow. That's the plan. But it's a hard deck. I'm struggling with it, to be honest. I really want it to work, but in standard at the minute I'm not finding it very consistent. So I can switch him out. What am I hitting for here? I'm hitting for 20, 40, 60. Oh no. So another 60 on him. I might as well try and take... Oh, but I haven't got any Pokemon. That's it, game over. Well played. Yeah, see, like that, sometimes this deck is just, it's got no hope. And that makes me kind of sad. It's like... yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I'll show you the decks. So, I started here. In fact, the only difference between the first two is that this one doesn't have... Oh, I need to go to here then. The first one has got a reset stamp in it, and I wanted to play my friend to test the deck out, and he only had expanded decks at the time, so I took reset stamp out because that's obviously banned and expanded. So this is where it started. I put in all the cards that have got Mad Party, so that's Mr. Rhyme, Poltergeist, Bunnelby and Dedenne. Then you've got the Dedenne GX. When you play this card from your hand onto your bench, discard your hand and draw 6. And the Crobat V, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, draw until you've got 6 cards in your hand. And I was hoping that the combination of those two would let me draw cards into my hand and then discard all the ones that have Mad Party. But what I was finding is that because there's so many trainers here, that's 27 trainers, that so often it was trainers I was having to discard with Dedenne, so that just wasn't working. So I took Dedenne out quite quickly, actually. I moved on. I can't remember what that one is. This is the one that I was just playing then, was it? With the Crobat V? Yeah, that's what I just had on, wasn't it? And this has probably been my most consistent one so far. It's got Chinchino that discards a card and draws 2 every turn. It's got the Crobat V, but not the Dedenne. It's got Duskull that lets you discard 3 cards from your hand, and if you do, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon, but I don't have the evolution in there. And then Marshadow to help me discard... Whoa, Catfo. Sorry, Marshadow discards Stadium cards. And then Aurora Energy, which also discards Triple Acceleration Energy, only works on Poltergeist. But that deck's kind of working. And then I've got this version of it, and in this version, I've just literally tonight while we've been online, put the Crobat V back in there, but up until then it didn't have Crobat V, and I'd swapped him out for Spiritomb. Search your deck for up to 4 Pokemon and discard them, then shuffle your deck. Other than that, this is pretty similar. It's got 2 less trainers, but I can't remember what they are that I took out. I might try this deck again actually. So let's try EX2 versus... My objective is to earn these tickets tonight. That's my objective. Whether I'll do it all online, I don't know. That depends whether other people are enjoying hanging out with me. What am I doing? EX2, yeah, that's the one I want, isn't it? No. Yes it is with Spiritomb. Let's try Spiritomb again. So I love the idea of this. Spiritomb, search your deck for 4 cards, for 4 Pokemon and discard them. Go and search for all your Mad Party cards, discard them. If you use him 2 or 3 times, you've got them all down there, and that's amazing. But actually getting to use him in the first place, that's where I've been struggling. So let's see if he even comes out now. See, he hasn't come out. And that's the problem. And then when he does come out, I've got to give him an energy and use an attack to get that to happen. Opponent had no basics, so I'll lead with... Maybe I'll lead with Dedenne this time. Minccino to start the Minccino Chinchino evolution. It's really important. Because to try and make this deck more consistent, it's all about being able to pull cards on every turn. You need every turn just more cards, more cards, more cards. Yes, I would like to draw. Center Scorch. 180 damage for 4 energies, and you may discard an energy from this Pokemon, and if he does, he discards an energy from me. So, I'll get rid of him. Did he make me go first? Have I got a Bunnelby? Let's have a look. Got a Bunnelby. It's got to be a basic. Go on, we'll get Crobat. I can't remember if I've gone first or second there. Maybe first. So I'm only going to get to draw 2 there. They were a good 2 though. Yeah, so any suggestions in the chat for how you think I could superpower this deck or make it just a bit more draw consistent? I considered the Oranguru. Oop. Don't know how into that new Oranguru I am. Certainly nothing on the old one. How am I going to discard anything here? I can't discard anything here. Oh yes I can. I can evolve Minchino to Chinchino. Now I'll use Make Do to discard. No cards. So let's get Bunnelby ready. So it seems like his idea is just to leave Center Scorch out there and then just power him up and hit me with him. Certainly nothing else clearly on the go at the minute. Draw 4 cards. It's clearly not got much going on. I don't know whether it's because I'm constantly staring at a teacup and then a teapot, or whether it's just that time, but I'm craving a cup of tea. I might just have to go off and make a cup of tea after this round. What's going on? So I can get an evolution. Question was then, did I get something to discard? I chose not to, and now I hope I get something with Mad Party. No, okay. I can do this. Discard Giovanni's Exile. No cards there to take, but I'll get 3 more cards. Unfortunately, still nothing with try and take an energy away. Great. Also try and swap him out for Licky Tongue. Yeah, go on then, he's got... Yeah, he's got 3 retreat cost. Leave him stuck out there. It's not much of a mad party though, is it? It's like a very, very thoughtful, strategic party where you have to make your move at exactly the right time. It's not like many mad parties I've ever been to. So, what do I do here? I think I use make do on boss's orders, do I? It seems bold. Oh, I've got to do it now. Alright, Bunnelby's gone. Alright, Bunnelby's gone. And now I use T-Break on the Dene. I need somebody else in my party who can fight though. How much am I hitting for now? 20, 40, 60, 80. Not that good, is it? Okay, you're pressuring me, Okay, I'm done then. So what's his move? I didn't even actually put... Oh, Marnie. Probably not so bad at this point. Flip a coin until you get tails. It does 20 damage for each head. Right, so he could absolutely take me out here. Don't you dare. Good. Yeah, I had that in there at one point as well. Shuffle 2 supporter cards back in. Maybe I need to get me a Marnie. Maybe that's what I needed. How badly does it affect me? Where's it gone? Did it just go into his hand? Okay, great. Let's get rid of that. Ooh, Roxy, or... How many cards left? 27. Roxy, I think. Oh, I've not done this before where I've thrown all my Bunnelbys away. Normally try to keep Bunnelby out as the main fighter. That's cool. So hopefully now I can find the other Sinistine. It's not in my prize cards. Come on, there, great. And then hopefully there'll be a way to get my next Poltergeist out. Oops. So what am I hitting for now? 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So I can take him out, and he's still not ready. Or I can take Mewtwo out when you play this Pokemon. No, let's take Lickitung out. So I'll scoop up the Dene. Put Bunnelby out. Put an Aurora Energy on Sinistine and discard the Dene, and then 140. Yeah. But I seem to be winning more on people quitting out on me rather than, you know, me winning. And that's a slight issue because I don't see that as particular consistency. I said I was going to go and make a cup of tea then, didn't I? I didn't at all. This one, and then I'll go and make a cup of tea. It's because I keep having to click on the move T-Break. So yeah, I do need a T-Break. That's exactly what I need. A T-Break. Hello, new person in the chat. So I'm just, I've hijacked Libby's channel and stolen it just to try and play some Pokemon, and I'm trying to get this Mad Party deck going on, and it's not that easy actually. I've been struggling quite a lot with it. It's great when it works, so often isn't working though. So raw energy there and discard. Yeah, so I'm totally open to suggestions. If you've seen this deck, or if you're trying to build this deck, or you see any things that you're like, hey, maybe you haven't considered this, it's a standard deck. I'm trying to build it. It's for the Players Cup qualifiers that start tomorrow, so that's the main motivation for getting it ready tonight, and also just to try and save up some tickets, because I'm not totally sure whether the rules are that the 50 tickets they give you to enter the tournament are the only tickets that qualify, which I hope it is, or whether you get to use your own tickets on top of that, which, if that's the case, I don't have very many tickets, so I'm just trying to get loads of tickets if I can tonight. That's the idea anyway. You know, I could use another deck. I could use a different deck that I've built that I know works better, like my Snaorlax VMAX deck, that is far more consistent than this, and just use that to win tickets. But I also wanted to take the opportunity to just play this deck and just try and get this deck working, because this guy, Bunnelby, this is my favourite artist, my favourite Pokemon artist anyway, Komiya, and I love that I can have a deck that's led by him. Is he taking out my Sinister? No, he's not. Okay. Okay, no, he's not. Okay, so again, Chinchino's gone from here because I'm going. Or do I? Yeah, I'm going to discard it because I need to get the other stuff going on. Okay, this is good. I'll discard that to get something else with Mad Party to Dene. And I'll discard the Dene to get, hopefully, Crobat V. There he is. See, that's why I like Crobat V in here. He definitely makes for more consistency, because he lets you do that. Now I can discard another Mr. Mime. So that was saying I could use Giovanni's Exile then, was it? Have I not used the supporter yet this time? Oh no, I have. Okay. I can use... Oh, I need an energy. What am I going to hit for? 20, 40, 60, 80. 100 if I put that on. And he's got 180. Or 180 if I put that on, but then I definitely can't use Crobat V later. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, I could have used Tea Party. Keep banging on about needing a tea break, and then could have used Tea Party and didn't. Tea break. Asking for trouble. One wrong move with this deck and it all unwinds, because although it hasn't, that's not technically true yet. I've got the Twin Energy. I've got Giovanni's Exile if I need to discard this. So I'll be able to do 100 next turn. So if he leaves Eldegoss out, I can take Eldegoss out. There's that lethal Arceus, Dialga and Palkia card at the back there. But he's not charging him up, so... Wow, and that didn't even kill me. That's rare, actually, that somebody hits me with this deck and doesn't kill me. Or knock me out, rather. People don't like it when I say kill. It's not killing, is it? You're just being knocked out. You can take them to the Pokemon Center and replenish their health. So I can take him out this time, so I'm actually just going to put that on the bench. Use Giovanni's Exile to discard it. Give the next Bunnelby his energy. And then Mad Party. The Mad Party was too much for Eldegoss V. Roxy. She looks like she's up for a Mad Party. Professor Lesso. Boy, Passing orders. Ooh, is this going to be for Crobat? Yeah. Oh, but then he's... Okay, I can handle that. I can handle that. So... do I give him the Dark Energy? Yeah, because then I can... retreat him if I need to. This is good. So how many of them are down there? Only one. Okay, so I'm gonna T-break. Evolution Incense. Then I'll put the other mime down there. Rhyme, sorry, I keep doing that. Oh no, that's not who I meant to put down there, is it? Alright, we'll get the next one, I'll be out then. Bunnelby on the bench. Retreat. What have you got? 160. So, just gotta hope he doesn't, do that, I was gonna say. Get Arceus and Palkia ready. Because then my tiny little Pokemon are worth 2 cards each, which just seems so unfair. There's no way to counter that once he's got him ready. It's a tag team, so you know, your chances of taking him out quickly are so small. Jasmine, don't know you. Search your deck for a steel Pokemon, reveal and put it in your hand. If you go second, search your deck for 5 steel Pokemon instead of 1. Jasmine. Wow, need that in the Steelix deck I was trying to build. 5! There it is, the GX move. So now all his damage does more, I think, just of his steel type Pokemon, is it? Or is it all his Pokemon? Who cares? Doesn't matter. It's lethal. And then also... he takes an extra prize card every time he hits me. So, what am I going to do here? I don't really want to switch out because I haven't got the energy to do it. I could do that. Discard these two. See, again, Spiritomb, he's just not... I'm playing the Spiritomb version of this deck this time, and he's just not coming out. But what did I want here? Gotta be careful here. What did I want? Why was I doing that? I wanted the double energy for somebody, did I? Ooh, can't remember what I was doing then. Why did I want to do that? Go on. 180. So yeah, what's his move? 150. Search your deck for 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. I mean, like the card needs any more of a bonus. He also supercharges everybody else. Marnie, again, I was cursing Marnie earlier, but actually, every time it's been used against me this evening, it's been at a time where I can handle it. I've got 2 other Bunnelbees ready. Definitely take out that Palkia now. He's taking 2 prize cards for that, though, don't forget. So that's... and also charging up is that Komiya V, yeah. So, it's got to be Bunnelby. See if I can get Poltergeist. No. but I can get Mr. Rhyme. So now I can use... I'll take it off whoever he's hoping to fight with next. Do I use Roxy or Professor's Research? That's going to get me 6 and that'll get me 7. But I got Professor's Research for next time if I do this. But it's going to have to win me the game these next couple of moves because I've got 8 cards left in my deck. No point in having Minchino. Really want to try and get Poltergeist. Still another one of those to get rid of. Maybe I can do that this turn? No. I can energy somebody up, so he gets ready. He gets got. Okay, this is a really strong position now because I've got boss's orders and double energy, so even if he manages to do some crazy thing like I've seen before where they keep scooping up their hammers and knocking off all my energy, next turn I should be able to swap it up. Marty! Money! 220 though, I can hit for 220. I can hit for 220. You're done. Right, so we still won, but Marnie, God, she messed up all my plans again. I don't know her in the series. Anybody know anything about Marnie? Is that what she does? Does she just come along and mess it all up all the time? I'm going to put an extra 20 on there just to be sure, and then I'm just going to smack this guy. Buff padding. Heartbreak. I wasn't paying attention. Just too busy talking about Marnie. But you know, he had to use Arceus, Dialga and Palkia to take out my 40 health points Bunnelby. So this deck's like, it's got some stuff going on, man. It's cool. Very cool. Right. I'm just gonna literally just grab a cup of tea and then I'm gonna come and do another... Well, I'm on a mission to get to these 10 tickets that are on my... I've only just noticed you can't see my mouse. I keep waving my mouse around the screen trying to point to stuff. You haven't got my mouse, okay. So does it look like... How does it look like I'm playing the game? It's just like flashing stuff, is it? I didn't realise that. Yes, so I'm just literally... Yeah, I know. That was gutting, wasn't it? I was going to literally go to the toilet and grab a cup of tea, and then I'm going to come and do some more. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys in a minute. Nice one. Okay, I'm back. So, Libby was saying that maybe I should have my face over my opponent's name. Maybe people wouldn't appreciate being on my YouTube channel when they haven't agreed. So okay, I'll give that a go. So for anyone who's just joining up, I'm trying to get the Mad Party deck working. I've got loads of different versions of it. I've got a version that's got Crobat V in it, which I think I'm preferring. Although that almost worked that time, didn't it? So I'm thinking it might be this version actually. So I'll show you this version again. This version's got Spiritomb in it. And I thought, at first I took the Crobat V out totally, replaced it with Spiritomb, thinking he's got a move that lets you discard 4 Pokemon every turn. A move though, not an ability. And that's been his limitation, has been that I just haven't been using him. Unless he comes out first. Come on. No. See, when he doesn't come out first, or on the first turn, right, so I might be able to scoop up and put him out here. So I could, let's try putting him out deliberately. So, okay. But normally I wouldn't seek him, but in this situation, this is the rare combination that I actually haven't had this happen yet. So I can use my powerful energy. Don't mind letting go of one of those. So this will be interesting. So anybody who's joining the chat, if you are building this deck too, I'd love to talk to you. If you see any things that I might not have considered, love to know. I'm trying to get this deck ready because the Players' Cup qualifiers start tomorrow, and I really want to be playing this deck in it. So, oh look, here he's come up now. Right, so I don't even have to do that. So, here we go. So I'll scoop up now. So he might actually work this time. So this is why I put him in here, but this actually hasn't. This is the first time this has ever happened. So I'm going to discard that, and I'll get. Oh, it's the first time it's ever. That's so gutting. That's so gutting. Okay, come on. Can we get Spiritomb out on the first turn? That's the objective. Because I want to see if this deck works when that happens. You can still see the person's name there at the other point in the game. I haven't hidden anything by doing that. I haven't hidden anything. Okay, so here that no option to get him out first turn. So it makes me think, you know, Spiritomb really, if he's that inconsistent and comes out that rarely, he might come out with the Roxy, but unless a switch comes out as well, I've got no way to put him out this turn. Mewtwo and Mew, so again he's going to be trying to discard Pokemon into his discard pile. Hasn't managed to yet, so he's not ready yet, so that's why he shifted the Dene out front. So I'll use Roxy, discard these guys. So yeah, definitely no Spiritomb this turn. Somebody else else to discard? Or do I get... Maybe I get Sinistea. No, it's just not that. Let me get somebody else to discard. Aurora Energy. Search for an evolution Pokemon. Don't want to do that right now, so I'll just wait. Yeah, so maybe it's this deck, but I just take the Spiritomb out and put a couple of extra... Maybe I need to work out what the missing trainers are between the two versions, because the previous version that didn't have Spiritomb had 27 trainers in it, so that I clearly took out trainers to squeeze in the Spiritomb. So I'll get an evolution incense to get another Mr. Rhyme, and then Milo. Hmm. 160, but at the minute I'm only hitting for 60, 80, 100. Might be worth it though. How much does it take to get the Denny back? Only one. He's still got no Pokemon down there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit him. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. After this I'm going to try another version of this deck. I'm going to have exactly this deck, but without the Spiritombs. Maybe leave one in there. But at the minute there's 4, I think, and that's just not working. So we definitely want to be able to give the double energy to... discard all this, so I'm going to do this one. Take Roxy back, draw 3 more cards. That's the big plus with that. So I could scoop up, but I don't really want to. I've got too many supporters in my hand now, but I've taken Dedenne out. So that's 2. There's the Spiritomb. Where were you earlier, mate? So what's his health? 270. I'm certainly not doing 270 yet. 140, 140, 160, 180 if I dumped those 2, which is clearly what I should do, because I don't have a Sinistea. So big going on there. Okay, so get a Sinistea now. And I can scoop up a Bunnelby, use that to discard. Excuse me. To get another Bunnelby. Strong energy. 220. Not bad for a little rabbit. Not bad at all. Yeah, you run. You run. As often as you like, you can attach water energy. No way to swap him out. So maybe the Spiritombs are going to go in favour of another boss's orders, because that can be really, really vital, getting to choose who you hit. You know, if I could even get to a place where I could get a win streak of 3, I would feel like, okay, this deck is going on now. But it's so inconsistent. And anytime I do win, it's people quitting out on me because they think I'm going to win. But if they played on, they'd realise I'm probably not going to win. They should have just stuck it out. Yeah, bye, Barnaby. So, like that. You see? You see? Now they thought, what? What did they think I had then? Those 10 tickets are edging closer. Okay, deck manager, let's have a look here. So, I don't know about you guys, but I end up with about 10 different versions of a deck while I'm building them, because I don't want to touch that deck, because I know it's kind of working there. So if I go in and totally mess this up, I want to know, oh, it's okay, that version is still the previous version that I thought was kind of working. And now I can go in and mess around with this one as much as I like without worrying about it. So I might just leave one Spiritomb in there. I'm going to have another boss's orders. Flips them out. That could be quite cool. Let's draw support. 2 Roxy's. Oh, I didn't want that. Got that. Search my hand for 2. Oh, it's not even in there. Right, so is it Rosie? Sonia. So Sonia's gone from this one already. What's going on in the energy? There's only 2 of these accelerations, so I could bring in 3 and make that beefs up Poltergeist chances of pulling that off. Let's try that. Okay, so we're on Mad Party EX3. Called it EX because at first I built it with reset stamp in there. Marnie, that's what I need to go and get. Cancel. Wait. Right. I need to go and get a Marnie. I don't actually have one. Or maybe I do. I should go and check. That's the card that ruins me, so I should have one in my deck to do it back to them. What was I saying before that? Can't remember. Doesn't matter. So is that better now that I've covered up the player's character up there? You can't see what cards they've got left or anything like that though, can you? That's but then you couldn't see mine when I had it down there. So maybe it's just better if it's just like here. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I was meant to be doing stuff. No, I don't want to go first. Is it playing a bit laggy for you guys? Looks a little bit laggy on my screen. Maybe it's fine. Oh, look who we've got first. Go on then. No energy for him though. Oh, I've only got one of them in there now, and he's come out first. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Go on, give me an energy to use him. Well, I could get Crow back, couldn't I? No, this is looking promising. Boss's orders. So, oh look, there he is straight away. But no, I don't want that straight away. I need stuff to discard first. And use that to throw that. To get something else to discard. So another Dedenne. Through the Dedenne. And now we need Crobat. Because I need to pull, ideally, one of my strong energies. See, it's a small issue when I have to use a double energy for this. Ah, I could have done that. So here we go, it's the first time I've actually pulled the move off, so we'll put all three of those down there and a Dedenne. So that is undeniably good. So now I'm hitting for 60, 80, 120. Already, assuming I can put somebody out there that's got my party. Which I haven't actually got set up at all yet, so that's flaw here. I've seen people with Zigzagoon and Scoop Up Net just keep scooping them up and putting it back down and just take my adventure. So to discard. Finally, Bunnelby. I was thinking, why can't I use my boss's orders now? Wheezing. Ooh. I was going to say one more of those and Sinisty's out of there. And then it happened. Oh no, is this deck just not ready? Is this deck just not up to it yet? Is there some cards that are coming out in Champions Path next week that are going to make this deck finally click? Oh, there's my two boss's orders. Right, I need something I can discard. Oh, it's not what I needed. I have to take a risk there, I'm going to have to throw that. One of the boss's orders. Evolution Incense, that doesn't really help me. Ah. Oh. Not working, is it? What's it need then? Like, what would Marnie do for me now? I'd reset him. I could draw a new hand. Be like as close to a Cynthia as I've got. I haven't got anything like that. That's like, I've got Professor's Research. So what came up then? Boss's orders. The extra triple acceleration energy. I'm going to take the triple acceleration energy back out. I only have 2 of those. It's only for Poltergeist anyway. Gino's nearly gone. 90, okay, slightly stronger than I thought. Okay, and then I use Roxy. Not much better. Try and swap him out. Didn't work. I kind of don't like putting the energy on if I don't have to. There's nothing else I can do. Oh, I've just got to let him take Crobat, haven't I? This deck. I want it to work so badly. I want you to work so badly. Did that just hit me for 910? That just hit me for 910. What's it? What's the move? $60 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Whoa. 60 more damage for each. Whoa. Say you have a good deck. While we're talking about good decks. Okay, what am I doing here? Nothing too quick ball. I could discard Giovanni and that. Don't need the special energy because they're both there. Get 4 more. Now there's something worth discarding. Bumblebee. Energy on here. No way to swap them out because I've already used the supporter. And he's only got to take 1 more Pokemon, so assuming he can beat Bumblebee. It's like it kind of happened, but it happened a bit too late then. Also, yeah, I'm not really getting Poltergeist out. Maybe I'm fixating too much on Chinchino. Just hit me. You've won. 60 more damage for each damage counter on me. 190. Yikes. Yes, is money the answer? Maybe it is. Creeping up there. I really want these 10 tickets. I want them so bad. So, yeah, it's a bit weird now with that up there, isn't it? Maybe I'll just bring this back down here. Okay, so back to the deck manager. Any other suggestions for things I could try, guys, that I'm not thinking of? I need to see if I've even got a Marnie. Yeah, got one. So let's have a Marnie. And let's not have 3 of the triple accelerations. EX3. Bit overkill, isn't it? The 920. I do love that about this deck though. It's like, yeah, you can hit me for 920, but you only needed to hit me for 40, so. Right, well, Spiritomb came up first, didn't it, in that game? And still did nothing good, really. Still lost. So maybe I put Duskull back in, that was discarding 3 cards? Oh, I said I wanted to go first then, did I? Didn't mean that. Crobat. So, what am I thinking here? I'm thinking I'll give the energy to Sinisty, then I'll draw. Another Sinisty. Go on then. Evolution Incense. And get one of these ready for the next turn. I've also got a Great Ball. He's saying well played to me, thank you very much. So it doesn't really matter which one of those I take, so I'm not going to play either of them. No way to discard this turn though, but I can. Oh no, I can't draw 2 cards, it's my first turn. So I went first then, and that wasn't too bad actually. Got 40 down there straight away. Normally I opt for going second with this deck because I kind of feel like I'm supporter heavy. Actually that made sense then. Generally, you know, apart from in theme decks, I like going first because I like to build decks that are item heavy and then use that to my advantage to get set up on the first turn. But not so many items that discard cards this time. Like I would have previously had Ultra Balls and Battle Compressor, Mysterious Treasure. They're all cards that I like in expanded play. Oh, so that worked out. Look, I can evolve that one, evolve that one, draw cards here. Go on, give me somebody else with... Oh, that's a shame. Double energy on here. And then I might just wait. What decks do other people play? Let me know in the chat what decks you've got going on at the moment. prior to this one I was rinsing the Snaorlax VMAX. I did try and build a standard version of it, but I did it pre-rotation, so it doesn't work anymore, it's not valid anymore. But in expanded I've got a great version of the Snaorlax VMAX deck that's got Skyfield, because Snaorlax does more damage for each Pokemon on your bench, so Skyfield lets you have up to 8. And then there's this great Pokemon, there's this great Execute card that lets you bring it back out of the discard pile into your hand, and that's very cool because then you can use it to discard with an Ultra Ball, and every time you get an Ultra Ball just pull it back out of the discard pile and use it again. It's great. So we'll bring Barnaby down, use T-Break, there's my double energy, good. So I've got 3 fighters up. Can I afford to discard? Might be able to afford to discard that Barnaby. Now I need energy on here. It's about as good as it's gone yet. I don't understand. He's just been really unlucky and not pulled a welder, basically. That's what's happened, isn't it? There it is! He's just been waiting for that the whole game. And now he needs Pokemon Catcher. Swap me out for Crobat V. Oh, there he is! It's the first time we've met this evening, but he needs 5 energies to do 300. He's got 4 of them already though, and you know he doesn't even need to do 300 to any of my Pokemon. Go on then, Barnaby. Look at that tiny little rabbit against a massive dragon. Okay, what are we talking about here? I'm going to discard Spiritomb. Discard the Dennet. Quick Ball and Aurora Energy to get the next Barnaby. One, two, three. Do you know what though? One, two, three. Oh, maybe there is one more energy left to give to Barnaby. Okay, so I'll give Barnaby some extra. Right, come on, let's take down this Charizard. Come on. Hey, 160. So if he takes Barnaby out now, I can get him on next turn. He's going to take Crobat out. Oh, what? Why don't you take Crobat out? You should have taken Crobat out, you fool. Double energy on there already. Don't want to switch. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that, but I don't want to do that. Oh. Do I just not do anything? I just take out Charizard. There's Mamani. Okay, so mess up his hand next turn. So Welder, oh no, that's not even going to help him now. Not quite sure what he did there. I don't know why he didn't take out Crobat. Would have been a much more sensible move. you're playing tournaments, you feel like the gameplay is like up another gear, don't you? It's like, so it's not always the best test, just constantly rinsing the verses. Right, who are you going to do this time? You're a crazy person. You've swapped me out for somebody I can hit you with. You should have swapped me out for Crobat. I wouldn't have been able to get you. So, do I Marnie him? First of all, a T-break. Boss's orders. Like Marnie him. Yes, that's fine. Now that's potentially a good card for me to have in there actually, because that could potentially stop me from decking out, which could be cool. Okay, now I can quick pull this as well. Ah, this is cool, this has worked. Taking down Charizard VMAX. What am I hitting for? 220, not bad. You can make it hit for 300 if you've got both powerful energies attached to somebody, and then you've got everybody in the discard pile, and that includes using Giovanni's Exile to exile 2 full health people on your bench. Like in this situation here, I could Giovanni's Exile these 2 down there, and that would give me the extra I need to make this guy hit for 300. It doesn't happen very often, but it's very satisfying when it does. There's the new Orangaroo, Primate Wisdom. Once during your turn, switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. But what I didn't like about it is then if you haven't got a way to shuffle your deck, it means you get it back next turn. You just get that card that you didn't want, that you were trying to get rid of. So you're only delaying it for 1 turn. Charizard V, does that mean he's got another VMAX hiding in there somewhere? Is that it there, his last card? No use though, because whoever you bring out now, Charizard V is gone. I'm just going to boss his orders. You take out Charizard VMAX. Oh, V, sorry. Quick tea break first. And then that'll do. Good night. So that worked, and that was the first time in a while that, you know, I've genuinely won the game all the way through to the end. I genuinely won it. I want those 10 tickets. Can't decide what I want more. Those 10 tickets or a win streak of 3. Fractal Paradox. Would I like to go first? Kind of went. It was nice going first last time, wasn't it? I'll try it. He's being friendly. Hello. I haven't come up against another Mad Party deck. Will this be it now? No, not judging by the deck box. Licky time. Okay, let's see who this brings. Mr. Rhyme. Quick Ball see, here would be a good place to potentially have the Dedenne, but I don't have it. Who do I want? Sinisty. Yeah, because I've got Poltergeist already. Alan Just 24's back. Hey, how's it going? I've tweaked the deck a bit. It's coming. I won the last game, and it's the first time I've genuinely got through to the end of the game tonight. Anyway, I think. Been looking for codes for the past hour or so and couldn't find one, so I popped in here to learn tips about PTCGO for decks. Got any? Well, yeah. What are you playing? Are you playing theme decks? Are you playing expanded, or are you playing standard play? If you let me know what it is you're up to, I'll try and give you my suggestions. GI. What's GI? Well, it's all about the licky tongue. I'm not really paying attention to what he's got. Draw a card for each of your Pokemon player that has a retreat cost of 4. What's it all about with the licky tongue? What's he got going on here? This is the deck I've not seen before. Okay, so we'll bring out another Sinisty. We'll evolve here. T-Break. You're playing standard. Oh, well. Definitely the Pikachu and Zekrom deck. That's definitely got some stuff going on. Am I hitting for 100 yet? No, I'm only hitting for 40. So look, this one's interesting. So I can Giovanni's Exile these two. But it's still not quite enough, is it? It's only 80. Yeah, Pikachu and Zekrom, that's a pretty amazing deck. Do you know it? It hits for 150 and also charges up somebody on your bench for 3 energies. A bit like the old Blastoise and Piplup. Or is it Arceus and Dialga? Does he do that too? But then if it's got 3 extra energies on top of the 150 damage, oh no, it's GX move, on top of the 200 damage, also does 170 damage to one of the bench. So against the big decks, that's really super powerful. And I've also been coming up a lot against an Eternatus VMAX deck that is crazy as well. How to get it? So there are a few ways you could get it. You could build it from scratch by just pulling the cards and trading for the cards. Are you into the trading on here? Takes a bit of getting your head round, but you can make it work to your advantage, and I'll show you how to do that. Right, so it's so tempting to, when you get codes, when you get game codes, so tempting to just open them and see what you get. And sometimes that is the right move, but actually most of the time it isn't. The other way you could get that Pikachu and Zekrom deck is if you buy the physical deck, you get a code card in there that's got the equivalent cards online, you know, so you could use it. But I'll show you how to use the trading on here to really make it work to your advantage when you're trying to get cards that you want. So we've got this guy. We've got this guy. Wow, that was no good. Yeah, because when you're trying to trade for cards, you've got to have something like trade worthy, and if all you've got that's trade worthy is what you've managed to pull out of the online booster packs when you've opened your code, then it's just quite difficult to build up like a load of Pokemon that people really want and need, and that's got a spare Charizard V. After this game I'll go and have a look. I'll show you the trade-in and I'll see if I've got a Charizard V, and we can do a private trade. I'll happily sort you out. Or do you mean in real life? Because in real life you just need to open packs. I managed to pull Charizard VMAX out of a pack on Libby's channel a couple of weeks ago. So if you didn't see that, go and check it out on her channel. It's quite a moment. So it's not been going so well this time. I haven't got the draw support. I haven't got Crobat basically. Come on, Crobat. Come on, Crobat. No. So unlikely to get anything out of this one. Heartbreak. I knew when I saw the name Fractal Paradox, I knew he was going to be a tough opponent. It's all in the name. In TCG I have a Charizard VMAX, so I kind of want Charizard V for a fire deck. Right, cool. Let me see if I can sort you out. I don't know if I've got him or not. Let me see if I can sort you out. But failing that, I'll show you how I would get Charizard V. Oh no. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's get him. And then I'll use Evolution Incense and Roxy. Oh, I can't use Roxy. Oh, well, that was silly then, because now I'm only going to get one card out of it. Oh, no. $10? What's 10? Birdkeeper, I love that. I built in real cards. I built a deck using Birdkeeper. Switches your bench with your active and draws 3 cards. And then if you use that, any Pokemon that's got the move, that's got the ability Flying Circus gets to attack for free. Right, come on. It's all over, isn't it? Choose a card to discard. That one. Ugh. Are all my Bunnabees gone? No, there's a Bunnabee somewhere. Yeah, it hasn't gone very well this time. But he's only got 7 cards left in his deck, so he's been going through his deck as well. So if I had like potions, maybe I should have scooped him up. Did I have scoop up a minute ago? Buff padding, I've got got to watch that one. I missed that one before. Bit over top the steel thing, isn't it? Not sure how I feel about that. Bit much. Okay, so it's more important to me to try and get Pokemon on a Switch. Oh, no, it's all over. But I can use that to get... Oh, it's not even there. Oh, well played. Done. Are you going to really hit my cute little cat though? Are you really going to smack it one? Look at it, it's all cute. It's just sitting there on a rug playing with a cute little Pokeball. What happened there? Okay, right, let me show you this. Okay, let me show you this. So, first of all, let me just see if I've got a Charizard V I can give you, because I will happily sort you out. Charizard. No, it's not looking likely. No, I'm afraid not. So, if you don't know, at the bottom of the screen, let's take this Charizard for example. At the bottom there, can you see there's a 1 on the left and there's a 1 on the right, and if you can see when I hover over it, it means I've got one tradable one of these and one that's trade locked. So and one is trade locked, so I can't trade that one. I've only got one that's tradable there. I don't have a Charizard V. But let me show you. Should I get a Charizard V now? Yeah, I'll get a Charizard V and then I'll sort you out with it. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to go on trade now. Create trade. Public trade. Now, if I was just going to try and trade for Charizard V, I'm relying on having something, a Pokemon, that somebody with a Charizard V massively wants, and that's kind of, you know, it's hard to pull off really. So, this is the guy we're talking about, is it? Yeah? It says this is an illegal standard deck. You don't get anything when you hit save, or when you're building the decks. So hang on, let me just sort you out with this for a sec. So this is the Charizard V card we're after, right? So we add that in. But now when we go and give him, rather than looking for a Pokemon that we're going to try and swap for that, if you swap your tradable packs, instead of you know, opening these all up and hoping that I get something that's worth trading that, if I was willing to just say give 2 packs away for 8 coins, let's see how quick that trade happens. So what was the other thing we were talking about? Oh, you were just saying it doesn't get anything when you hit save, right? So when you're in your deck manager here, along the top you've got all the different formats. If you go on all, now you can see all of my decks here, right? And then this is just my theme deck. Oh no, this is just my expanded deck, sorry. This is all my theme decks. And here, orange, this is my standard decks. And currently it's You haven't got any packs, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But all these codes, you know, you were saying you were hunting for codes earlier, right? When you get said codes, rather than opening them, which is what most people do, rather than opening them, trade those for the cards that you specifically want. You're just far more likely somebody will swap you the card that you want for the potential of pulling something out of one of your packs over, unless you've got great Pokemon to trade. You know, you can get lucky, you can pull something really cool out of a pack and then you can trade that off for whatever you want. Certain Pokemon are harder to get than others. You know, if you wanted to get a Charizard VMAX, for example, you might have to give a fair few more packs over in order to get what you want. So when you're on your deck manager, you can see on the side here what it's valid for, right? So this Mad Party deck isn't valid in expanded, and that's because it's got a reset stamp in it, so that's not allowed. But this version of the deck is valid for standard, expanded, or unlimited. Yeah. Thanks for all the tips. I'll try and get more codes. Yeah. And Libby, we quite often do. My trade is complete. See that? So in less than 5 minutes, boom! I've got the Charizard V that I specifically wanted. Can you imagine how many Darkness Ablaze packs you would have to open to try and pull Charizard V? And we got it in 5 minutes with very little effort for 2 packs. For 2 codes, you know, essentially 2 codes. You go and scour the internet for 2 codes, you can swap that for a Charizard V. And that to me is just such a better way of building decks than opening packs and hoping you pull something cool. It's like, go specifically after what you want. So if you let me know in the chat what your name is on here, and I'll search you out and I'll give you that Charizard V. Let me know what your what your screen name is on the online game. Yeah, because when I wanted to build the Snaorlax VMAX deck, where are my expanded decks here? Snaorlax VMAX, I think it's 3. Yeah, can you imagine how many packs you would have had to open to have 4 Snaorlax VMAX, which is what I wanted in my deck. Oh, I've actually only put 3 in there in the end. But you know, I went after 4 because at first I thought I need 4 Snaorlax VMAX if that's the deck it's going to be around. But just trading for packs, actually, I was able to build it in a day pretty much. Justin Allen 24. Okay, cool. Right, so Justin Allen 24. 25. No, you can't help me with anything. 24. Show friends, not lobby. I thought that's how I did it, isn't it? Isn't that how you do it? Oh, plus friend, there you go. Justin Allen 24. So I've just sent you a friend request. If you accept that, and while you're doing that, I'll go and mark that Charizard V for trade. Where is he? Charizard. There he is. So if you then mark it for trade, then when you're searching for it, Justin Allen, hello. So if I come on you now and I say, if I go on trade, sorry, and then I say private trade, and then I do a private trade with my new friend Justin Allen. Now Justin Allen is giving me something. You've got nothing in your bag at the minute that is tagged for trade. You know, like I had the Charizard V tagged for trade. So if you go into your collection now, just go up to the top here, go collection, find anything that is tradable, mark it for trade up here, then when I go into that bit that I was just on, I'll be able to see what you're offering me from a Charizard V. And you can offer me anything, whatever you like. Offer me something cool. If you've got anything by Komiya, I'd love that. I'm joking. Anything. Just give me anything. It's fine. So, trade. Sure, what do I want? Literally anything. It's fine. See if you've got there yet. So now I've got on trade, create trade, private trade, just enough, accept. Still nothing. So there's probably because of the delay, there's like a good 20 seconds or something between when I say something and then you see it in there and then you reply and then it takes another 20 seconds for me to see it, so it's like, it's a bit convoluted, isn't it? Cold tea. Right, let's see if it's happened now. Private trade, just now, accept. Hey, Slowbro V, I'll take it. And I'm giving you Charizard V. So now you've got to go in and accept that offer. It should be in your My Trade offers. Your trade is complete. Boom. And that is how you get the Pokemon you want. Don't be wasting time opening packs. It just takes forever. But it doesn't mean you need a load of codes. That's the drawback. But that's what I started to say. I knew I was in the middle of saying something. Normally, Libby's channel is not about playing the online card game, as you know already. It's about opening packs, particularly on a Friday. On a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, we quite often put out a video that's just like opening some Pokemon. Opening, you know, next week we're going to open Champion's Path because it's the release day of Champion's Path. And we always give away all the code cards. So be there on a Friday night and rinse us for the code cards. Particularly at the minute, while our audience is quite small, it's the perfect time to get in there and get them off us. So, right. I think I'm going to try 1 or 2 more games. It doesn't look like I'm going to make the 10 ticket marker that I wanted to tonight. My goal was to reach those 10 extra tickets. But I don't think I'm going to tonight. I was relying on getting a bit of a win streak going because I think that helps you get up the ladder quicker. But I haven't got a win streak going at all. Let's try going first again. Crobat V to start. That's the worst. That's the worst. So it means I've got to try and use him early now. Now that he's up there and he's not going to draw me anything. Now it's become all the more important to try and get that Aurora energy on him and use him. No. Oh, of course he's out. He's out. Of course he is. Okay, so the next one will be. Yeah, well, we were talking about standard decks, good standard decks that I've seen. So this card here, Arceus, Dialga and Palkia, it's the beast of standard at the minute. If you can put a steel energy and a water energy on it, and use the GX move really early in the game, which is bound to be what this guy's, that you can see, he's already got his steel energy on there. The idea is you use that move as soon as you can, and then for the rest of the game, all of your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage, and whenever you take a Pokemon, you take one extra prize card. So in this case, you know, he gets to knock out my tiny little health Pokemon like Bunnelby and take 2 prize cards for it. But if you're against like a big mean deck, like Snaorlax VMAX for example, and you've played this, then you get 4 prize cards for that. 4. It's so big. Right, okay, so got the Aurora energy that I needed. But what am I going to discard? I haven't got anything to discard. Trying to use the GX move, isn't he? There it is, there it is. Oh no. So, judging from what's happened this evening, we titled the video, "Is Mad Party Ready for the Players' Cup?" Not so sure that it is, if I'm honest. Not so sure that it is. Not my version of it anyway, but if anybody's watching this after the live and has got any suggestions, you're watching through this and you're like, oh god, you need to take out that, whoever it is, whatever it is, swap it with whatever it is. Tell me, what is it that I need? Because I want it. I want to make this deck work. I've said it so many times already, but this Komiya, this Bunnelby is drawn by Komiya, who's my favourite Pokemon artist, and I love the idea of having a deck led by him. Choose a Pokemon to become my active. It says I don't own all the cards in my deck, and they're tagged, and they tagged all the ones I don't own. How do I check the thing? It says I don't own all the cards in my deck, and they tagged all the ones I don't own. How do I check the thing? Right, so what that's saying, hang on, let me just do this a sec. Oh, hang on, there's a lot going on here. Hmm, 60. Oh, thought I had more down there than that. Yeah, so if you build a deck with cards that you don't have, it will still let you build the deck. And you can tell if you own a card or not, because it greys out if you haven't got it. So if you've even got one card in your deck that you're trying to build that you don't own, it will still let you save it, but it'll hiccup every time that you try and do it. I'll show you. I'll show you after this game. I'll show you after this game. I'm going to have one more little tweak of something. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to try for the last time to win with this deck. And then I'm going to call it a night. Whatever happens. So to be fair, for all his, you know, extra prize cards and all that stuff, used his GX move, he hasn't actually hit me yet. What's he waiting for? There it is. Well, at the minute he's the only one that can attack, so he should go out. Tea break. Could do with another tea break, but the next tea break will be the last tea break, I think. I'm gonna have to stop soon. Double energy on here. Retreats for him. Use his strong energy. Discard an energy from you. Might as well be from you. Energy. 140, that's better. So he can't use his attack, but he can retreat. Who would he retreat for? I hit for what? 140. Dialga. Oh no, of course, yeah, it's still a wish. Try and bring something else into play. Marnie. Good old ruin my life Marnie. And then Intrepid Sword, is it? Oh, fair play. Right, so that's hitting for 160. Swap and draw 3 cards, I can handle that. And swap for a Bunnelby. And then I can quick ball. Powerful energy. Oh no, it's twin energy. Really hope I can flip them out. No, I can't. It's a shame. I can get... Ah, it's not there. That's another shame. Where's Chinchino then? Must be my prize cards. Anybody I want to scoop up? Not really. So unfortunately I've just got to waste all that on Jirachi. So yeah, my hopes are not high really for the Players' Cup tomorrow with this deck. I really wanted to be competing with this deck. Or I'm going to have to go back and try and get my Snaorlax one up to speed. After the rotation happened, it's gone. There's a few cards in there that aren't allowed anymore. And I just kind of got it working. I got it working as a fire deck using Welder. But I could only make it hit for 210 as opposed to the 300 it can hit for in expanded. 220 with some kind of band or something. Oh, strong energy. Just bouncing. So we can take out Zacian here. It's the 2 prize card thing. The fact that he's getting 2 prize cards every time he takes me out. It's just full on. So what I really need is boss's orders, isn't it? Or do I? Because then he can... Oh, I don't know what I need. It's definitely money. So yeah, thoughts or feelings on this deck? Be really interested to know. I think I'm going to call it a day after this game. Feeling a bit beaten, to be honest. I enjoy the challenge of building a deck. In fact, you know, that's definitely one of my favourite parts of Pokemon is building the decks. But it does take its toll when you just keep losing. Oh, smash my little rabbits. Defeat. Right, Alan, I'll just show you this that I was just talking about with the decks quickly. So I only actually managed to get halfway, I'm like halfway up that thing, and I started at the beginning of the chest. So I'm like halfway to my goal, so it would take me the same amount of time that I've just been on now again, at this rate, to get up to those 10 tickets. Oh god. I've got one more day until the thing's set, so I've got tomorrow as well, so maybe I will have to just try and rinse it with Snaorlax. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end the night on a Snaorlax VMAX expanded battle and just see. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Right, so when you go on Deck Manager here, if I just pick one, anyone, if I add in a card that I don't have, see how it's grey now? That's saying I don't own this one. So if I try and save it now, say you don't own all of the cards for this deck. Would you like to tag the missing cards as wanted? You say, yes please, and then it'll put it in your tag for wanted. It just makes cards easier to look for when you're in the trading thing. You can just search the ones you've tagged, you know. It will still let you save it though. If I say yes, it still just lets me carry on and save the deck as normal. But it's not actually so that can be cool, because you can go online, you can see a deck and you think, oh, that's a cool deck, I wouldn't mind building that, and you can, you know, take note of what's in there, go to your deck builder and build it before you've even got the cards, and then slowly populate it as you get the cards that you need. Right, just because I'm desperate to win one, just because I really would like to close on a win, I'm going to play with expanded. play with my Snorlax deck. I think Snorlax 3 is the one that's in favour. So in this deck I definitely do want to go first if I've got opportunity to. Malamar. Malamar, that's not right. Or maybe it is. It's been a while since I've played it even. Can't remember what's in there. Yeah, Malamar, I think that's the one that brings energy out of the discard pile. So what have we got going on here then? Not the best start. Ultra Balls all over the place though. So even though this is a Snaorlax VMAX deck, I've got a Psychic Pokemon in there alongside it because they've got a resistance to fighting types, which is what Snorlax is weak to. So on the odd time that you do come up against a fighting deck, then you've got that option as well. I'm going to save the Cynthia for next turn and see what you can do. Joltik. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'll stream any of the Players Cup matches that I do. I'll see how I feel about that. That depends a little bit how this deck goes. At the minute it doesn't feel ready to play at all. Not this deck, obviously, the Komiya deck. It says I don't own... Oh, that's the one I read, sorry. It says you don't own all the cards in your deck. Yeah, I just... were you off for a minute, were you? I just answered that for you a second, so... so if you just scroll back in the video, I'm just going to play this last game and I'm going to call it a day because I was feeling so beaten with the Mad Party deck that I've come onto my Snaorlax VMAX deck just to try and end the night on a high and actually win a game. So that's the plan. Search for 2 balls. No, don't want to do that. I want to Ultra Ball these guys. Get the Snaorlax VMAX that I know I want. Cynthia. Wait, what? Yeah, so what you were just asking about the grayed out cards, I just went onto my deck manager and just explained what that's all about. So if you just scroll back, probably only like maybe 5 minutes or so, 5, maybe 10 at most, then you should be able to see. Right, Floatstone. So this is the interesting card in this deck. Propagation, its ability lets it come back from the discard pile. So I'll do that. Free retreat cost. So now I can attack. Yeah, I just really wanted to win one, so I know this deck works. I know it well. I say I know it well. I came on and I was like, what? Malamar's in there? Don't remember that. It can wriggle out of some crazy situations, this deck. Hey, Just Eaten, finally got your name. Realised after you've gone, Just Eaten, right? Too slow on that one. So I've just been hanging out. I hijacked Libby's channel because it's the Players' Cup starting tomorrow, and I've been trying to build the Mad Party deck with this guy Bunnelby Komiya as its main fighter. That guy in Poltergeist. So I've just spent the evening Ethan, you you guys know each other, do you? Oh, I see what's going on there. I see what's going on. What am I doing here? Do I want to swap him out? What am I hitting for? 60, 90, 120, 150 I'm hitting for. He's 200. So I'll swap you out for this guy. Yeah, so the whole thing with this deck is Snaorlax does 30 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So then I've got Skyfield in there as a stadium card. That's not Skyfield, but I do. That lets you have up to 8 Pokemon on your bench, and then you can hit for 300. If he survives that long, that's the thing at the minute. So I need another Pokemon on my bench this turn. So how many cards can I get rid of? That's the question. Let's Floatstone him. There's no evolutions. Tool Scrapper. Scrap that. And then I'll look for an energy card, and I'll take one. And then I'm going to put that on him. I'm going to switch. Use a Rangaroo. And now I'll use Horror House GX, and he won't be able to use any cards from his hand on his next turn. My deck isn't showing up when I go to battle, right, so I'll show you that too. So there's my Skyfield. Let's get 5 new ones. Battle Compressor. Normally like to put energy down there for Malamar to bring out, but it hasn't really happened so much this round. Ultra Ball. Oh, I should have got the energy to do that with. Whoops. Never mind. And we'll get the next Snorlax ready. And now I'll hit for 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. So now I'm going to retreat. Snorlax. Beats go down. Cool, so that worked out, and then I managed to pull my next Snorlax as well, so if he goes down, the only thing is if he manages to take Snorlax out this turn, which he's still got to hit him for 110, which he's not going to be able to do, is he? He's so hench, Snorlax. So hench. so here's a gamble. Here's a massive gamble. I'm going to swap him out for him. Now I'm going to make it for a coin flip. It's going to be a coin flip. Come on. Come on the heads. Come on the heads. Yeah. That's how you do it. Bum, 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 bum. I just wanted to win one. I just wanted to win one before the night was out. Right, cool. Let me show you this thing in the decks, right? So someone gave me 4 packs for a V, and I got a VMAX and a V. Oh, well done. Deck manager. So just quickly what I was saying before, right? So if you add a card in that you don't have, can you see how that card's greyed out now? Rather than being coloured, it's greyed out. So that's saying that I don't own that card, right? So when I go and save that deck, click save, it's going to say this deck is currently invalid. Before it's valid for play, you must address the following. This deck contains cards you don't own. It won't be valid for play until you have all the cards in your collection, your decks, blah 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 blah, right? But then it still saves. If I don't want to leave it like that because I'll go back in and be confused. Like, what have I done? But then you need to go on all decks for that to appear, right? And I need to take that out. Because, right, let me just do that again, right? So if I save that now, your deck is currently invalid, right? If I now go at the top here and I try and find that deck in any of these, like in my standard decks or in my expanded decks, it won't be there because it's not actually a valid deck for any of those things, right? So until I address those issues in it, the only place it will appear is in this all section where all of your like half finished decks or whatever appear in it. So if I come back in here, remove that card now, resave it again, now when I come to expanded, I should be able to see it. There it is, the Snaorlax Fire, you see? And on the side here it'll tell you what it's valid for. So this deck that I've got here is valid for expanded or ultimate. So if I try and go in my standard decks, it won't appear in there, right? Cool, right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. It was a lot of fun. It was such a shame I didn't make it to the top of the tree that I was trying to get to. Got some coins there to be spending though, so that's fun. So yeah, one more quick note on the whole trading codes, packs, cards things, right? So when you buy packs in the shop, in the online shop, with the coins that you've generated in the game, those packs are untradeable anyway. So buy those packs and open those packs and use those packs as your ones to just try and pull good Pokemon. The Pokemon you pull from there won't be tradable either though, so that's just pulling good cards for yourself. And then do the trading trick that we were talking about earlier to get the actual cards that you want. And that's the best combination. Cool. I hope you have a good day. You're in America, aren't you guys? So yeah, it's way earlier for you than it is for me. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here right now. So I'm gonna turn it off and I'll speak to you guys another time. Take care.